Alright, hey, what's up everyone? Pigmask here. Uh, Casting a game from the International. This is the opening games between AL, Absolute Legends, and Mouse Sports, or Mouse. So yeah, tried my first pro game here, first program cast, and start off with what I know to be a pretty good game, pretty good round. So here we have bands of Chen and Lycan, pretty standard so far. I uh, I have not seen a lot of the games from the international, and so I'm gonna kind of my plan here is to go through starting at Mouse. I'm probably gonna run through them because I like them or liked I guess them. So I'm gonna run through them, or maybe if I like what AL does in this game, I will just watch of all of their games. I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen yet. I'm not sure. Who knows? I don't know. I don't know. But Leshrak is banned. He's out. So this is pre 675, uh, as I'm sure most people know. So I'm curious to see now, how 675 changes bans and stuff, because not only did they change the way you ban now, instead of doing three bans, you start with two bans. So you're gonna have to be a little more specific, I guess, about who you ban, who you let through. Right now, all these bans are incredibly standard at the time for 674. Uh, Lycan, Darkseer, Chen, Leshrac, all easy common bans. You know, who else might we see? I'm not going to commentate too much on each specific team at this point. My idea here is to go into this blind. Go into it like you don't know who AL is, you don't know who Mouse Sports is, so let's watch their whole series through the international and see what you learn about the team. You know what I mean? So right now, it's kind of hard to pick out each team in terms of what you can see about them right now, because all the bans are standard. There's no respect banning going on. There's none of that at this point. It's all regular standard stuff. So yeah, that's what's up right now. And this, I believe, was the way they did the prelims. They did all the prelims, a lot of them, real early, I'm sorry, real simultaneous. They ran those together. We have Naga and Nature's Prophet banned out now. Naga, I believe, was just added a couple of weeks before the international, and it was pretty anticipated that she would be getting banned throughout, just based on her ultimate. Her ultimate is incredibly effective and really hard to deal with. If you get a good combo there, it can be real hard to handle. So Mouse picks up Broodmother as their first pick, and Lone Druid is picked up by Absolute Legends along with Rubik. So let's see how that affects Mouse Sports picks. Rubik, of course, very much dependent on the other team's heroes and what they have. If they have guys like Tidehunter or Enigma, guys with team-changing ultimates, team fight-changing ultimates. Rubik wants those. That's what Rubik wants. You can sort of counterpick Rubik if he's picked early by working around that. Rubik's an effective hero even without those ravages or black holes, but he's less effective. So yeah, right now he's not going to get a ton from Broodmother. He's going to get her nuke, which is pretty good, but that's really all he gets from her. Her webs aren't that useful to him, and okay, they pick up Venomancer. Rubik can do okay against that. An Enchantress is going to be an Enchantress in the jungle. So, Broodmother probably taking long lane. So we have Sand King up top on Absolute Legends now. They've got a Druid, a Rubik, a Sand King. Looks like we'll probably have Druid hitting that solo, and Rubik's an effective mid hero. We'll see if Rubik heads mid or not. Rubik is an effective mid hero though. Probably what we'll see. Sand King is a good dual laner or tri laner. Anti Mage and Tinker now banned. And we're gonna have our last round of bans getting on here. Mouse Sports is up for the ban. Let's see, what could Absolute Legends use at this point that's still in the pool? They have the Sand King. If they could get something to set up his ultimate, you know, an Enigma, you know, a Tide Hunter. Tide Hunter's a little less effective. They ban a Queen. That's good. Queen is a Strongman Morphling banned, so it looks like Absolute Legend definitely banning out the hard carries, the Morphling, the Anti-Mage, getting rid of those. So we'll see what Mouse Sports picks up now. Next, they have a jungler. They have a solo hero. They're gonna want to see someone that's gonna be supported by Venomancer. Venomancer, of course, very powerful early game. He weakens up a little later on. We got a Shadow Shaman. So Shadow Shaman, a great utility hero, a great pushing hero, and all of his abilities are pretty useful throughout the game. His Shackle, it's strongest early, but you know it's something that can be used effectively at any time. I mean, almost a 5-second stun, 4.75 second disable. It's channeled. It's true. It's channeled, but a disable for that long is pretty good. Really able to lock down heroes. And early game, you have the 2.5 second stun. Incredibly easy. So now, let's see. We're on the pick for Absolute Legends. They're gonna get a pick. Mouse Sports is gonna get a pick, and then Absolute Legends is gonna pick up the last one. For those that don't know how Captain's Mode works, what we're looking at right now is Captain's Mode. Each team gets 3 bans to start, and then they get 3 picks, and then they get 2 bans, and then they get two picks. So yeah, right now there's also a reserve time, which is what they're on now. Basically, you have a pool of time and extra time in case you go over the allotted time you're given for each pick or ban phase. You have reserve time that's carried throughout. So it kind of gives you a little bit extra time to talk with your team, to say, yo, what do we need? What's up? How is everything going? And you can figure out what you want. You know, you can figure out, do you want some more team fight? Do you need a carry? Right now, Absolute Legends, they need support. They need people to support in the late game, and maybe people to lane well with a guy like Sand King. They're gonna pick a Crystal Maiden. Great support hero, straight support hero. Can't do much outside of it. Her ultimate is underrated, but she's incredibly squishy. So if she drops it, she's gonna get hit immediately. It's very obvious. Not a sneaky ultimate, but it can do a lot of damage if left unchecked. So now we got Mouse Sports down there. They're probably gonna, as far as carrying potential goes, Broodmother can ramp up for certain. Her ultimate makes her nigh unkillable, and she's also an effective laner. She's great in a lane, though she's countered super easy by sentry wards. So we'll see. They put Mirana. Mirana's good. She's got a nice stun. She's got good ganking ability, I guess, with her ultimate. Group everyone up and turn invisible. Sorry about that. And she helps escape as well. She helps the team escape in case they get into a bad spot. And a Storm Spirit from Absolute Legends. So we're gonna have Musica on Storm Spirit, Bleak on Lone Druid, Shatan on Sand King, who's gonna go up on Rubik and Crystal Maiden now. We're gonna have Godot on Rubik and Snoopy on Crystal Maiden. Down on Mouse Sports, we've got Bambo on Broodmother, we've got Sing Sing on Shadow Shaman, Black on Mirana, and who's gonna grab onto the Venomancer and who's gonna grab onto the Enchantress. We'll see in just a second here how it's gonna go through. We got 1437 on Venomancer, and that only leaves one more. Croaky on Enchantress. Alright, so those are our teams. And yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll see how this goes. We got a Dust pick up by Enchantress right now early on. And we're going to have people grouping 5 on bottom. We got a Solar Ring recipe on Broodmother, pretty good. Want to get an early solar ring, sitting at 285 gold. And yeah, looks like we have the Radiant heading bottom, looking for that team fight there, and we have a Flying Bear going to check that out on bottom. But there's not going to be any kind of conflict right now, any kind of team fight going on right now. You know, sometimes you like to see the two sides group on one end of the map and fight 5, but that's not going to happen this game. So let's look item-wise. What do we got here? We got Rubik with the Sentry Wards for Broodmother. We have him just picking up regen. We have a Bald Crystal Maiden grabbing wards. Standard. Lone Druid. Sand King. Okay, so looks like they're going to try to take out that bear. Recently, they made a change to how the bear works. At this point, it's not in effect, though it is going to be noticed here. If you summon the bear, you cannot resummon the bear after he's been attacked. Now, at this point, you can resummon the bear after he's been attacked, but he can't teleport back to you after he's been attacked. So again, old patch, old update here on the game. Anyway, so to the game now. We're going to have, looks like Druid's going to be mid. Top, we're going to have Rubik, Crystal Maiden, and Storm Spear. Bottom, we have a Solo Sand King. Solo Sand King is going to be going up against a Mirana and a Venomancer. And in mid, we're going to have the Shadow Shaman going up against the Lone Druid. It's going to be a hard lane for him. Broodmother's going to have a solo lane up top. And it's going to be tricky for her because Rubik picked up those Sentry Wards. So looks like he's going to be pulling the easy camp into the creep wave. Try to deny Broodmother that experience and that gold. Slow her down as much as they can. They are the Radiant team definitely resting their laurels, you could say, on that Broodmother at this point. And if she's not able to get strong, well, the Dire side has a couple of carries who are going to want to get pretty tough. Lone Druid being one of them, of course. Real strong hero, early game, mid game, late game. He's pretty strong all around, thanks to the power of his bear. And yeah, he's going to be a force, I think, to reckon with. And up top now, let's see what we got going on. We got Broodmother. She's got the ward down. Does Rubik on Broodmother. They see her. She's got to be kind of cautious here. She can't jump too far ahead. She herself does not have any way to see that. I was sort of expecting maybe a Sentry Ward pickup early just to counter that, but I don't see that at this point. Crystal Maiden is going to harass while Storm Spirit kind of picks up these last hits. Let's open up the last hits tab. We've got 8 for Storm Spirit right now, 7 for Mirana, 7 for Shadow Shaman. It's pretty even all about Storm Spirit, of course, doing well with those last hits. Down here, we've got a pull going on, and we have Sand King looking for that rune, and he is not going to get it. It spawned top as a double damage. So, Lone Druid, definitely going to be outlaning Shadow Shaman, I think. Though, right now, he's very low on last hits. Shadow Shaman may be doing an excellent job of denying. Picking up that Shackle early. Yeah, the Ether Shock is definitely going to be getting him last hits. He's going to need that. But he is going to run out of mana. It does cost 105 a shot. It's a cone in front of him, so anytime there are creep sitting at low health, he's just going to fire that out there. It looks like we might have a gank coming mid with that smoke from Enchantress, throwing the Gale on Lone Druid. Lone Druid getting hit by it. He's going to drop. I think so. Yeah, there he goes to Enchantress actually picking up that kill. I thought that was going to be Venomancer. Enchantress picks up the first blood. They know they got to slow down Lone Druid because he's going to get real strong, and they don't have an answer to it. Now here comes a double damaged Sand King thinking, should I go in? Should I take him out? Should I jump? He's thinking about it. Looks like he might be going on Shadow Shaman, but Enchantress has her Centaur sitting there ready for a stun. Up top here, Broodmother looks like she has backed out of the lane for the time being. She's headed back to base. Now we've got 2 mid. Sand King saying, I'm going to see if I can use my double damage maybe over here, but they see him coming. It's not going to work out so well for Sand King. So Broodmother headed back in lane now. Storm Spirit definitely excelling here with the last hits. He has a pretty sweet animation, pretty solid. And once that ward drops, Broodmother's going to be able to do a little bit, I think. She's got her web spread out pretty nice. They don't have one spot they can put a ward where it's going to block her from going invisible. So they're going to have to waste 2 to do so. At the moment, Rubik, the one with the wards, he's backed off because he's worrying about stacking and pulling at the moment. Give him the Crystal Maiden, I guess. So she's just kind of throwing that out there right now, I think. Hoping that it ends up hitting Broodmother, just scare her away. And she actually is very effective at picking up kills on Broodmother's Spiderlings. Her Q, her Nova, does a pretty solid amount of damage, 250, and Spiderites have incredibly low amount of HP. Looks like this is a bug of the patch differences. It's calling it a Greater Eidolon. It's not a Greater Eidolon. There's no Enigma in this game. It is a Spiderling. Or possibly that was a Spiderling, but it's also possible there to be a Spiderite. Dropping the ward there. Pretty good placement, I think, for Broodmother. I'm sorry, for Crystal Maiden to counter Broodmother. And this tri-lane is really making her have a tough time. She's only got 2 last hits at the moment. Sitting at level 3. Actually getting out-leveled by the tri-lane. And that's rough for Broodmother. She's definitely getting zoned. Definitely being denied any kind of experience or gold gain. That's gonna be bad for her. It's gonna be bad for the Radiant side. There's a Cyclone by Enchantress, dropping that, kind of scaring away Lone Druid. They might try to take an early tower here. I think they know they have to push effectively. Up top here we have Storm Spirit getting pretty close to the lane. It's gonna get pushed back though. Pretty close to the tower rather. Shadow Shaman killing Lone Druid. They dove on him, and here comes a Rubik, maybe trying to turn something around. Not quite. And oh, she comes in at a bad time. Terrible teleport by Crystal Maiden, getting taken out by Shadow Shaman and friends. So there's that's how the Radiant's gonna have to win this. That's how they're gonna have to go up against the Dire team. They're gonna have to wait for the Dire to make mistakes, wait for Absolute Legends to make mistakes, and hope they can capitalize. Because as I see it, late game is gonna go to Absolute Legends. So early game is gonna have to be won by Mouz. Looks like we're gonna have 4 on bottom here from the Radiant side. We might have a Rubik coming to even the odds a little bit. No, he's getting scared off though, and he's getting slowed. Teleportation by, telekinesis by Rubik, but that's not enough to save him. He gets taken out by Shadow Shaman. It's 4-1 at the moment. Mouz definitely taking a lead, showing their dominance. And yeah, they have a pretty strong pushing team between Venomancer, Broodmother with her Broodlings, Spiderlings, and Shadow Shaman's ultimate, great for pushing. Enchantress can pick up some powerful creep that'll push well. It's actually going to be a very effective pushing game here because Lone Druid, of course, an excellent pusher. So we'll see. And Sand King as well, if he specs out Caustic Finale, which he's not, of course, that's not that standard. But if they were to say, hey, you're pushing us, we're going to push you, they could. Trying to do something about Sand King. Not quite able to. Up here we got a a 1 on Storm Spirit, along with some treads. Druid is just kind of getting zoned right now by Shadow Shaman. The Lone Druid has had a hard time here in lane. I thought he was going to have an easier time, but he has not. Shadow Shaman's Q, now he's got Mana Boots. He can kind of just spam that willy-nilly. And he's picking up effective last hits. He's got 2 levels right now on the Druid. And bottom lane is getting pushed back a bit. That tower is at half HP. Sand King's going to try to defend it. He's going to try to just take him out real quick. Try to scare away Miranda from pushing anymore. Broodmother up to level 5 now. Still being out-leveled by Storm Spirit. 48 last hits by Miranda. 45 by Shadow Shaman. 45 as well by Storm Spirit. Storm Spirit, he's having a good game. Or maybe Broodmother's having a bad game so far. I'm not sure. Looks like we might be getting ready for a gank on Lone Druid in mid. Now Lone Druid backs. They decide they can't. He's going to be saving for that Radiance on the Bear. Giving them strong pushing power and early mid-game team fight as well. Pretty effective. Looks like she just picked up some more Sentry Wards. Down on bottom here, what's Miranda got? Miranda with a Hand of Midas. That's kind of a strange one. Let's see though, if she's going to be trying to help to help farm and carry this game. She can. Miranda definitely an effective late game hero if skilled right. Let's see what gold per minute is sitting at right now. Shadow Shaman is sitting at 413. Miranda 385. It's gonna take her a little while to catch up with the Hand of Midas. Very expensive item to chase after early on. That doesn't give you much in return until well into the game, well into the mid game. And here in the mid here we got Shadow Shaman getting granked by 4 people, and 3 people, I'm sorry, that bear threw me off. Venomancer trying to save him, but not quite able to. Drop an award saying, be fair in my 29 damage. Broodmother though dropping up top thanks to Storm Spirit. Storm Spirit and Crystal Maiden taking out Broodmother. Broods again not having a good game. Looking at kills here. Broodmother has dropped twice now for nothing in return. We've have 1 kill on a lot of people, 0, 0, 0 on quite a few more. Shadow Shaman with 2. So kills are pretty even right now, though I think the numbers to look at here are Broodmother has 2 deaths, I'm sorry, with 0 kills. Lone Druid has 1 kill and also 2 deaths. Storm Spirit sitting at 1-0, Miranda sitting at 0-0. Those are kind of the late game heroes you're going to see. The heroes that are going to really increase in strength as the game goes on, while the rest are kind of going to maybe pop up a little bit in the mid game and then peter down. Someone like Sand King, he's most effective mid game. Enchantress can be effective most of the game. She's a pretty strong hero all around. But I don't know, she doesn't have the carry potential. She doesn't have the damage, but her skills and the ability to pull a creep definitely gives her some strength and utility. Good farming here from Broodmother into that jungle with her spiderlings, trying to recoup some of the lost experience and lost gold that she suffered early on. Down on bottom here, it's Sand King and Miranda kind of just popping back at each other. Every now and again, Sand King likes to check in, I guess. There's a smoke now. Smoke on Rubik and Sand King. Sorry about hitting. I keep hitting my desk. I don't know if you can hear that, but I keep nicking it. I'll try to stop. They're going to be coming around mid, though, in any event. They're going to try to pick up a kill on Venomancer and Enchantress and Shadow Shaman. They're going to loop around. Let's see what happens here. Lone Druid playing coy, playing like, hey, I'm just going to pick up these kills here. There's no one coming in. No one's going to come gank you. Just please keep hitting the tower. Keep your business being casted. And here comes the gank, possibly from Sand King. He gets seen because he's too close. Smoke, of course, wearing off when you're close to the enemy. Shadow Shaman going to drop. There goes Enchantress. Maybe, no, Enchantress backed off. There goes, though, Venomancer. They're going to chase down Enchantress, see if they can get her that heal, though. Real powerful early game. Getting stunned by Crystal Maiden. Sand King trying to stun, but misses. And she's going to get away. They might turn this into a tower, though, and the Radiant team did not get a tower in exchange. We'll see here. No, they're not going to pick up an early tower. They want to definitely play into the late game. They want to keep these lanes up and be able to farm up the carries. And right now, looks like we have Druid in the jungle. He's got just picked up his Tranquil boots and Phase boots as well. So picking up 2 pairs of boots. Not going for that early of a Radiance, but as long as he can farm well, he should be able to get it. He's at 50. That's okay. That's not bad. Miranda, wow, Miranda had 84 last hits. Miranda farming really well. That Hand of Midas is going to end up paying off. If they let Miranda just kind of hang out and farm, that's going to pay off. She's going to pick up a Manta style. She's going to pick up some powerful items that are definitely going to make them regret not zoning her more. She's free farming right now. She's free farming. She's at 86 last hits, and she has yet to die. She hasn't even really been involved in a team fight at this point. So Miranda's going to be the one to watch. Black playing Miranda. Black Carrot, let's call him. I don't know. Again, oh, here comes Sand King, though, trying to do something. Here comes a Rubik, and from behind is coming a Venomancer that'll turn it around. Sand King goes down after, I believe, dropping his ultimate. No, he did not. No, he did not. Epicenter. I thought I saw the channeling coming. So a point bursting out Enchantress. Good item for her. Good just HP, just raw HP mana boost to her. There goes Dyer's Minotaur, thanks to Shadow Shaman. Lone Druid not able to defend, but picking up some gold from the wards. 30 per. Up now here, Broodmother, how has she been doing? She still just has the Soul Ring, kind of farming the jungle with her spiderlings. Shadow Shaman looks like he might be going for a an Orchid. It's pretty alright on him. It's a good item against him as well. An Orchid definitely counters a guy like Storm Spirit. Gives him that silence, that lengthy silence as well. I believe it's 3.5. I'm sorry, 5 seconds. Longer than I thought. Broodmother killing Crystal Maiden. Good jump on her. She's kind of sitting at low HP. These webs are real spread around. There's nowhere she can really drop them to hit him. I was too busy talking about Broodmother. I missed the kill on Lone Druid. And it looks like we have a Sand King maybe coming in, thinking he's going to stop them from pushing too far into the lane. Though with all those wards there, it might be kind of hard. But, you know, you have to guard your towers. You have to protect your towers. Just going to try to stop the lane from pushing any farther. Misjudges it by a bit, and he's going to save it for another stun, another Sandstorm. There are some kills. For Sand King, misses the last hits, though. A lot of wards here by Venomancer. Definitely keeping the lane where they want it here if they want to keep a push going, and I think they might want to. Down here we have Mirana continuing to farm up. Wasting precious seconds on her Hand of Midas. She's going to go grab that creep, though, I think. There it is. 190 gold real quick. Now we have Crystal Maiden trying to get us surrounded by Broodmother and Crystal Maiden, seeing if they can maybe either just, if you can surround her and kill her, or just do some damage, just kind of scare her off. Remind her, hey, you know, you might have sentry wards, but I have webs, and I've got a lot of them. 2 Obsidian Staffs being picked up now. I'm sorry, Oblivion Staffs being picked up now by Musica as the Storm Spirit. Getting closer and closer to that Orchid Malevolence. If you wanna learn about the importance of last hitting, the effectiveness of last hitting, all you have to do right now is be looking at Mirana. She's sitting at 102 at 15 minutes. That's incredibly high. Picking up more, 103. Misses that one, 104. And she's got an ultimate orb right now. Getting closer to that Mantis style. So, doing a little bit of a harassing on Storm Spirit. Storm Spirit, again, you know what, both of these heroes, Storm Spirit and the Crystal Maiden, both very effective against Broodmother in a lane. They both do good area damage. And an Invisibility Rune here being picked up by Shadow Shaman. They could use it maybe to set up a gank, set up a ward trap. No, it looks like he's going to change his mind about going up there. There's a smoke. They want to smoke up first. Very smart. Invis everyone. There's the bear going to check for Roshan. No one's going to Roshan yet, Berry Bear. So here comes... here comes the invisible crew here. Looks like they're going to go top. They're going to try to take out Storm Spirit and Crystal Maiden. Realizing Storm Spirit is getting tough. He's trading 1-for-1 right now, more or less, with Mirana for last hits. There's at 110 and 108 for Mirana and Storm Spirit, respectively. Here we have the ganking crew. They're all invisible. They're going to see him, though, with that ward there. They're going to notice that there's a crew coming up here to finish him off. They're going to try to back away and maybe TP out. Oh, there's a nice blinking Hex. Down goes Storm Spirit. Down goes Crystal Maiden. And that was effective, even though they saw it. Rubik and Sand King coming in. Here comes an ultimate from Sand King. Sand King dropping it. She's going to hit. Oh, is he going to? No, might not, though, because of that little heal. If he can get another stomp, it'll finish her. Ward Trap. Oh, that's going to actually hurt. That actually ends up killing Enchantress, that Ward Trap, but it also kills Rubik. Oh, I don't know about that. That Ward Trap is a little iffy. But trading one for Rubik may be worth it. Here comes a Lone Druid now, trying to finish that Venomancer. Venomancer running away with only 191 HP. It looks like if he has the slow. Oh, he's nice slow though nice channel by Shadow Shaman. Shadow Shaman and Broodmother now turning it around, chasing down Lone Druid, and down Lone Druid goes to the Broodmother, picking up that needed kill. Sitting at 2,300 gold. Let's see what she's saving up for. Orchid Malevolence now picked up. He's going to silence her, maybe he does. And there's a nice pull. Nice attacks, nice skill usage by Storm Spirit. Mirana out of position, and there's Mirana's first death, I believe. Mirana's first death. Picked up a kill a little while ago. Here comes a Crystal Maiden now, walking down mid. Still not sure where her hair went. So it looks like Shadow Shaman is going to be coming down bottom. Looking for that root. There's a blink away once he saw Crystal Maiden. He doesn't want to mess with that. And on bottom here, we've got a Rubik. Storm Spirit. And up top here, we got Sand King and Broodmother kind of having a bit of a standoff. I don't know that they're going to quite be able to save this. That's going to drop thanks to the strength of the Lichen Wolf we see here. Looks like the bear is now a Lichen Wolf. Nice, nice little bugs from the patch, from watching an old replay after a new patch. You get some funny bugs. So we've got a grouping of the Dire here on bottom. It looks like it's all of them except for Sand King hanging out down there. And now they're gonna disperse. They're not gonna get that greedy. They got the tower. That's good enough for right now. Broodmother at this moment effectively jungling, killing off Enchantress's Ursifar warrior. Broodmother up to 12. All these greater Eidolons. Power of Enigma coming on in. So, oh, Broodmother getting stunned there. He might pick up a couple kills. Oh wow, he picked up a lot of kills. So that was a nice stun to a Sandstorm to pick up all of those kills. She's gonna grab an Orchid now. But that was a nice little play there by Sand King. Gets him a little bit of extra gold, getting him closer to whatever his next item might be, possibly a Blink Dagger. You know, they can get some good initiation off that ultimate. And of all of the heroes with the teamfight ultimates, he is probably enhanced by a Blink Dagger the least, thanks to his Q. His Q gives him a little bit of a range, a little bit of initiation, as well as a stun follow-up. So once he pops out of this, I don't think he sees the Sing Sing controlled Shadow Shaman sitting there. He's gonna go Blink, Hex, Ether Shock, and he's down. Oh, maybe not. Oh, wow, he gets away barely. This is gonna turn out real bad. Wow, what a play there from Storm Spirit. Storm Spirit recognizing the danger that Sand King was in, and takes out Broodmother in the process. Beautiful play, right there by Storm Spirit, showing his map awareness and his map control. Both the player and the hero both working out there, working well together. And that was excellent. There's the Sand King now from Blink Dagger from Sand King. So we do see it. Does give him that extra range. His Q does have a bit of range, but not too much. It looks like, no, maybe he was going to go check, maybe he was going to go do it, but Enchantress sees it now, so he's going to have to back off or be ready for a fight. She has her Aghanim Scepter right now. Gives her more range on her attacks. So we're sitting at 150 last hits right now. Let's take a look at some graphs. Let's see what's up with those right now. We'll focus Storm Spirit. He's got a lot of mobility. He's been jumping around a lot, so keep an eye on him. So in terms of experience right now, the Radiant had a lead of about 8,000, and now they've dropped to about 3,000, maybe like between 3 and 4,000. So the Dire team is definitely coming back after an early experience deficit. In terms of gold, the Radiant also slowly losing. They're about 2,000 down off of their 10,000 lead, so they're still in the lead by 8,000, and it's their game at the moment. They've been farming up really effectively. That Morana, the Shadow Shaman farming, they've all been doing it quite well. So it's down to 75. It's on a clear downward path right now. Same with experience. Item-wise, what are we looking at? Looks like we're going to have a mechanism pretty soon on Venomancer. We're going to have well, we do have the Manta Style up on Morana. We've got possibly a BKB coming on Shadow Shaman. And an Orchid is going to be up pretty soon on Broodmother. So Rubik and Crystal Maiden both holding onto smoke for the Dire team. A Blink Dagger on Shadow Shaman. And we're going to have to take a look at the Bear to see what items the Lone Druid has. Orchid Malevolence, probably a BKB coming on Storm Spirit. So both teams farming effectively, getting some lag spikes here. I apologize for that. And yeah, let's take a look at Druid. You know, I want to see what items his Bear has. If we can figure out where the Bear is right now. Yeah, I'm not too sure he even has it up at the moment. Doesn't look like he's summoned it in a while, and I don't see it anywhere on the map. So we're going to have to come back to the Bear. Storm Spirit diving in for a kill on Venomancer. Nice ult to a grab, and Venomancer drops. Storm Spirit, he's the kind of hero who can get in and he can gank you in a moment's notice. You don't always anticipate his ganks coming. You can see him sitting there, think you're safe, think, oh, I'll just back up now, and then he's on top of you. Very effective if you're by yourself. Very effective hero to pick up quick kills on little supports. So the bear is currently sitting at a Maelstrom. He's going to be picking up a Mjolnir on the bear. Build up that attack speed. It looks like this could be the end of Miranda unless she can get an effective leap out of here, and she doesn't. She gets picked up by four heroes, all taking her out. Lone Druid getting the kill. Now, Broodmother said, let's push this tower. Broodmother, Shadow Shaman, Enchantress, let's get on the tower. Here comes a Rubik. He currently has Miranda's Starfall, excellent wave clearing ability, excellent teamfight ability, excellent gank ability. That skill is it's a very powerful ability. Hits for 300 and then drops for another 75% of the damage. I believe it might actually only be 50%. I believe the 75% was added in a patch. So I think it's half damage in this game. But still effective, still powerful. So the Radiant team wants to continue pushing mid. They want to keep up, I guess, and get that tower. Lone Druid is going to solo push bottom. He's able to do that. He's incredibly effective at that sort of push, that sort of strat. He's very tanky, very strong at killing buildings. And I think he's going to get that. There's nothing there to oppose him, and no one's going to go back to stop him. Maybe. I spoke too soon. Looks like we have Miranda, who just got up, is going to go down and try to take out Lone Druid and makes him run away. He did get the tower kind of low. He got it down to 485 HP. By the time they get back to it, it'll probably be close to 500. Looks like we have a Shadow Shaman Illusion, kind of keeping an eye on everything in here, seeing if they should team fight, but they've already dispersed, so they're not. Looks like we have a bit of jungling going on here. Enchantress picking up a hero, or a creep. The Dire team's smoking up, looking for a kill. They maybe smell blood in the water, but I think it's just catch up because there's no hero up here. They do get that tower though, and Stormspear's gonna pick up that last hit.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
So once again now, Mouz going mid. Mouz going in mid. They said we tried before, we failed. Let's see if we can do it now. They didn't really get much damage on the tower, so we'll see if they can actually do anything. If they're serious about it, I'd like to see these wards going down quicker. And now they're starting to drop. It's off cooldown. There it is again. Okay, he's on the wards now. He let it sit on off cooldown for a bit, but Druid again. He says, "You guys push your mid. That's fine. I'm just gonna go push on your top tower." And then what he's gonna do is he's gonna swap over to the bottom tower. And there's an ultimate. There's a teamfight coming in. Broodmother going to go down thanks to the ward and thanks to all the area damage. Don't even need the ward. Enchantress is getting hit. She's going to run in. I don't know where she's going, but she's going to drop thanks to the telekinesis. Rubik drops. Wow, we went 4 for 2 there in that team fight. And, you know, the Radiant lost. Miranda's the one right now they don't want to lose, and she stayed alive, but they didn't kill anyone that needed to die over on the Dire side. They didn't kill Lone Druid, who had just shown up in the late part of the battle. They didn't kill Storm Spirit, and they didn't kill Sand King. Rubik and Crystal Maiden are somewhat expendable at this point. Not to say they're ineffectual, they're very effective in teamfights, but them dying doesn't hurt that much. So they're going to get Roshan down. Sand King now coming back mid. He might get seen by Miranda if he's not careful. Miranda, I believe, does see him. There's a nice stun. Getting only the illusions, though. The real Miranda hanging back. There it goes. It's going to be picked up by Storm Spirit. So now he's going to want to use it, I believe. And, oh, he gets hit with that. Wow, that was a nice stun. If she can do something here to kill him, she can't, though. That was a nice play by Miranda. Nice arrow. Nice kill. Nice full stun. So Mouz kind of fighting off their back foot here, but they're keeping the push up. Even though they lost there, they're still at the tower. The Aegis is gone. They're ready to team fight again. They said, we lost round 1. Let's try round 2. Let's see if we can get that tower. What's stolen by him? It's Enchantress's heal. That's actually going to be incredibly effective here. Storm Spirit now looking at that BKB. He's got the ultimate orb. So currently we're sitting at... Rubik has a level 3 heal from Enchantress, the Nature's Attendants. That'll heal a pretty good amount. In battle, it'll make Rubik and whoever's around him pretty hard to kill. Rubik now says, I'd rather have something else. I'd rather have that Starfall. Really, any of her abilities are going to be very useful to him, except maybe Leap. But everything else definitely has a team fight consequences for the Radiant team. The Radiant knows that he took that Starfall, and they don't want to mess with that. They spent too much time sitting at that tower, and they realize they need to leave. They need to get experience. Let's take a look at levels here. See where we're holding. Oh man, someone getting grabbed here. Barely making it out. Crystal Maiden actually ended up getting a Enchantress. They dove down on him. They're gonna get that tower, and they might say, you know what, we want two. You're down, Enchantress. Gotta keep an eye on this guy. He's quick. Let's see what happens here. They're just gonna keep pushing up for the tower. Storm Spirit 2 levels up on Mirana. She's hanging out there. It hits him, not for much though. Down goes that tower. Look at the damage that Lone Druid hits with on that tower. That each swipe from that bear is taking a huge chunk of that tower down. He does 73 plus 48 damage, and then an additional amount of damage on the on towers, an additional 40% damage on towers. And he's got a Maelstrom. He's got a Sacred Relic, and Storm has the double damage now. Let's see if he uses it. Let's see how quickly he wants to put that to use. If they want to force a team fight, if they want to try to catch someone out of position, like that Broodmother maybe, that they can't see her at the moment. So this game I felt started off rather strong for the Radiant team. Broodmother wasn't getting much, but the rest of the team was. But now the late game effectiveness is definitely shining through for the Dire side. It's 31 minutes into the game. Druid is tough. Spirit is tough. And they have the support needed. They have the disables. They have the team fight. The Radiant side is lacking in a powerful team fight abilities. They have a lot of strong single target abilities. They have Shadow Shaman's ultimate. They have Mirana's right click. They have Broodmother's right click and her nuke. Other than Veno's AoE, which can't kill anyone, it's only effective really in a team fight if you can hit it early. But hit it and delay the team fight as long as you can. Otherwise, it won't do a whole lot to change the course of the battle. You look at the Dire side. They have a guy like Sand King who has 3 powerful abilities that'll hit everyone in a concentrated team fight. You have Rubik's Fate Bolt, lowers everyone's damage, hits them for damage. You have Storm Spirit's his Static Remnant, which hits area. His right click after using it hits area. His ultimate comes in and hits an area. You have Lone Druid with the Radiance now and with the Maelstrom. Then you've got Crystal Maiden with her ultimate, with her Q. They do tons of area damage, and they have good disables. Everyone on their team has some sort of a disable. Versus, you've got 2 on the Radiant side that have disables. Admittedly, one of them has 2 disables, possibly 3 if he lands it right. But it's just not a contest right here. I don't know how the Radiant team is going to turn it around. What they're going to need to do is continue to push and try to find the Dire out of position. Right now they're going to try to come in with Mirana's ult from behind. They're going to try to get Storm Spirit, but Storm Spirit hits that BKB, doesn't get grabbed. Down goes Shadow Shaman. Out goes Mirana. Venomancer now going to drop. Thanks to Crystal Maiden's ultimate. Enchantress getting chased down. He's going to chase down Mirana. Once Mirana drops, they have no damage. Mirana, I think, is going to go down. Down goes Enchantress. Down goes Veno. Mirana actually barely escaping. She juked him. What a nice juke there from Mirana. Storm Spirit and Mirana barely getting out. Shadow Shaman. Shadow Shaman actually backed pretty early. He realized this ain't going to go right. This is going to be a poor showing for us. So they back out early. Everyone else falls to the blade. Falls to the electric attack, the electricity, the thunder of Storm Spirit. And, of course, the ferocity of the Lone Druid. So they're going to get a Rax at 33-33. And let's see what they do. They're still down 2.
Radiant's top barracks has fallen.
They're gonna go push back top lane. So Miranda's got a demon edge right now. She's got that demon edge. She's got that that MKB. She looks like or the Manta Staff. She might be picking up an MKB. Maybe more realistically, she's gonna go crit. Crit is a lot more effective, and I think really that's what's gonna happen here. Blink Dagger from Rubik now. Force Staff and a Blink Dagger. Blink in, force out. Grab a good ability. You could use a good ability with that combo. It works pretty well. This is a hard spot to be in, I believe, for the Broodmother. She was kind of kind of everything put on her, all the carry potential put on her, a lot of it anyway. Mirana, of course, Mirana is a strong carry, and Mirana is acting as the carry here. But if Broodmother can get her damage up, get her attack speed going, you know, she becomes very, very hard to kill. And in a team fight, she can survive that whole team fight hitting at 80% lifesteal. If she hits her a lot, she can just tank it by attacking one person, gets a BKB, so she can't be stunned. There's no Beastmaster in this game. He's got the Radiance on him. He's going to be turning that Maelstrom into a Mjolnir. Just that mobility from Rubik. But you know what? Mouz is a quality team. Sing Sing is an amazing player. And they may be on their back foot, but they're not out of it yet. They can still turn it around. And Mirana, of course, again, she is very effective. She actually picked up the MKB. I was expecting a crit that helps out the illusions. Gives them pretty good damage. But she gets the MKB for more damage, just straight off. That Midas really paying off, I believe, at this point. Let's see what her gold is. Gold per minute, 457. Staying up there with a guy like Lone Druid, who is especially good at farming. Right now, there's a pretty big divide between the top 3 and the ones after it. A good 150 gold difference. So Broodmother drop. Broodmother has been, I don't know. I can't say enough about Broodmother not having a good game. 2-6. 2-6 for the Broodmother, 7-1-10 for the Storm Spirit, 6-4-2 for the Lone Druid. Mirana currently sitting at 2-2. Mostly been uninvolved in team fights, but that's fine. That's not a problem, because she needs to come out strong. And if she's been team fighting this whole time, their team fights have been going poorly and they've been losing them. So she would not be where she was at right now if not for her tactic. So good play by Mirana. So earlier, the Radiant definitely had the advantage in gold and experience. Right now, though, it has sunk all the way down to 15,000, probably close to 17,000 for the Dire side in terms of experience. In terms of gold, it's down to about 7,500, about 8,000. And it looks like they're getting ready for Roshan to come up. You'll be up in just a second here. And the Radiant side, they know this is their place. This is where they have to go to. This is their stand. This is their last stand. They fire an arrow, hits nobody. Oh, and that kind of shows off that they're here. They're here to fight. Here comes Storm Spirit. Storm Spirit grabbing Shadow Shaman. Shadow Shaman dropping real quick. They're going to like spike. Rubik coming in with a Fade Bolt. Ultimate coming in from Sand King. Down goes Venomancer, chasing down the pig. Down goes Enchantress now. Enchantress, Venomancer, and Shadow Shaman all down. There goes the Broodmother, and there goes the Mirana. 5-0 for the Dire side. They're going to take Roshan now. Once again. And they have Mega Creep in the base. And they GG out. That's going to be it from Mouz. And, yeah. Absolute legends taking this game. Taking the game. The late game. The late game power of a guy like Lone Druid and like Shadow Shaman. That's what turned it around. That's what made it happen. carries versus a team that put their weight in carries that couldn't get farm. Shadow Shaman, a good farmer. Lone Druid, an excellent farmer.
Radiant's middle tower is
So, yeah, that's my first program. I know I missed a couple team fights, you know, but yeah, my name's Pigmask. I'll be doing the next Mouz and Absolute Legends game. So stay tuned. Let's check it out.